You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron has 2 days until noon Friday to give the court the actual audio recordings of the grand jury proceedings, which led to one officer facing charges in the death of Breonna Taylor. Now, a juror, a grand jury member, was the one who filed a petition with the court saying it should be released because they were frankly angry after hearing some of the answers of Daniel Cameron. Bottom line, Robert, I can't recall ever seeing a grand juror, which is grand jury is secret, come out and say, essentially, his ass lying. And so y'all need to know what really happened and his ass lying. So release the damn recordings. And so they're giving Cameron's office 2 days because they say they got to redact some witnesses' names because they said that could affect the federal investigation. Robert.
You know, this is the first for me also. This shooting from the beginning reminded me of Kenneth Walker in Columbus, Georgia, back in 2004. A similar shooting incident where the grand jury returned a no bail on the indictment despite clear evidence of a police murder. And I think that this is an unprecedented step and hopefully sets the bar for what happens going forward. There has to be transparency. Far too long, prosecutors have been able to hide behind the grand jury to do their dirty work for when they don't want to indict a police officer. We all know that the prosecutor can indict anybody that he feels like during the grand jury process. The only time they don't get an indictment is when they don't want to indict somebody. So this is a very important step for us to watch, and we need to find out whether or not we can trust the prosecutors in this case. And this is even more of a reason that we have to have a Department of Justice that is interested in actual civil rights prosecutions, and that's what Jeff Sessions and Bob Barr have been using for the last 4 years.
So this guy again is a huge case. Again, Cameron wanted a week. The judge said, nope, you got till Friday, noon on Friday, to turn over those grand jury recordings.
Yeah. So what do we look for when he turns over the recordings? The first thing you look for is you confirm that this was not an investigative grand jury, whereby the grand jury did the investigation with the help of the AG, that the AG did this investigation and then presented what he wanted to present and did not present what he did not want to present because he didn't believe he had a legal basis for it. I think that's going to be the latter. Secondly, what charges did he present? He probably just presented the charges when they brought back an indictment. What you would like for him to present is a number of charges, a number of police officers, and let them come back with a no true bill. That's really the open and transparent way of doing this, including felony murder. And I keep talking about felony murder on social media and some of the other shows I do, because if there was a felony committed and someone was killed in the commission of that felony, whether the bullet of Hankinson killed Breonna Taylor or not, a felony has still been committed. Now, I'm not as familiar with Kentucky law as I am with D.C., New York, or Illinois, but I will tell you this, it's got to at least be considered. And so you're looking not for what he put in, you're looking for what he did not present to the grand jury, and then you make your case to impanel another one that investigates and either votes a no true bill or votes a true bill so that it's transparent and the public feels that this was fair analysis and review by the grand jury and the criminal justice system.
Got it. Lauren, the thing here is this here. Now, by this grand juror's decision, he's also forced Cameron to come out and say he did not even present the possibility of the grand jury pursuing murder charges.
That's right.
Daniel Cameron lied when he went before the cameras, and now he is being forced to be honest with the public about what he did as a special prosecutor.
Yeah.
The whole thing has the look of what exactly he thought it was going to be when he had that stupid-ass press conference. It's going to blow up in his face. And it's going to blow up in his face because everybody's going to hear exactly what happened in there, and it's going to be the opposite. It's going to be the opposite of what it should have been, which is exactly what everybody suspected when he had that press conference. I mean, this is a ridiculous crime. I know we're about to talk about Eric Garner. That was another ridiculous crime. This woman is in her home at 1 in the morning. They've got the wrong warrant, We can't even establish whether or not they did announce, although all the cop friends that I had said, even if somebody did announce, if you break through my door at 1 a.m., I'm reaching for my gun either way.
According to the grand jury, here's the deal. According to Cameron, one witness said they heard the cops say that, but that person said it on their third try. The first 2 times they didn't say that. 11 other witnesses said we heard nothing, and so it was sort of like they were waiting, trying to get somebody to say what they wanted them to say. Finish your point, please.
But they didn't put any of those others in the grand jury either.
The outrageousness.
Lauren, finish your point.
The outrageousness of this particular moment in police brutality is off the cliff. It's you're in your own home in the middle of the night, and somebody's breaking through the door, and of course somebody who has a gun inside is going to reach for it and try to defend themselves. Right. And they end up killing the person that doesn't even have the firearm. That's the other thing that nobody talks about.
Right. But here's the deal. But here's the deal, Scott. We also, by getting the recordings, we also know the ballistics report didn't match. And so the bottom line is this here. Yeah. By this grand juror doing this, it is putting the pressure on Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron to come clean. And he has already been exposed as a liar. And we're about to find out some more stuff. 30 seconds. Scott, go.
You're absolutely right, because here the AG made choices and decisions on what to put in the grand jury, what didn't. Why not put everything in the grand jury and let them decide? And what Lauren is really talking about is centuries old, the castle doctrine. I have a right to defend my home versus the police having a right to kick it in whether they announce or not. It's just a tragic errors, factual errors here. But what about our castle right doctrine, or the rights that Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend had? Those are being completely ignored here as part of this investigation.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks at Seek.com, of course, they black-owned company founded by Mary Spiel. They have a couple of great products that you can actually get. This is their VR headset. This headset, folks, allows for you to actually take your cell phone, pop it right into here, close it up, and then you can actually watch the VR content, the virtual reality content on Seek.com right there through your phone. Actually, it's pretty cool. You can also look at 360-degree video from other websites as well, and it puts you literally right there where the video was shot. And so they have this particular headset right here. They also have their 360-degree 4D headphones. And so these headphones right here, which are Bluetooth. Also, they have the headset, which you use for when if you're for all you gamers out there. And then, of course, it has this amazing sound, really, which actually covers around. Typically, you just have the headphones just right here, but this actually has a sound that goes all around your head. I love these headphones. Love listening to music with them and watching videos as well. And so, all you got to do, folks, is go to Seek.com, Seek.com. Use the promo code RMVIP2020. That's RMVIP2020 to actually try these out. And so that's what we want you to do. All right, folks. So again, go to Seek.com.